Hi, welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Tonight we're going to do a project, cheese slicer out of a piece of oak. Got this piece of oak here and I thought I'd do a cheese slicer out of it. So it'll be a pretty easy project, pretty simple. Please, feel free to share, subscribe, like, and share my videos with others, and let's help this channel grow. As somebody would put it, let's choke that algorithm and get this channel to grow. And with that being said, housekeeping is done, house is cleaned up, and let's get started on our project. And let's go over to the miter saw, and we'll cut our piece to length, and then get our table saw out and cut the groove and drill some holes and do a little sanding. It should be a quick project. So meet me at the table or the miter saw. All right, so here we are at the miter saw. I got my arm for my cheese slicer here. And the board has to be basically 5 inches wide and 9 inches long. So I'm going to cut this one just a touch over 9 because I got to trim the end of it off. But let's do that real quick. I got my saw, my mark made out. Pull that down. We'll cut it. And there's our cheese. Well, sort of. Right there it is. I got to cut it to width. So let me uncover my table saw and we'll get started on that part of it. Hang tight. All right, so here we are on our table saw. Anytime you're messing with your saw, make sure you unplug it and before you touch the blade or move the blade or anything like that. So I'm gonna trim up my edge here, give me a good straight edge to work with. So I'm just gonna take a hair off of that. So we'll do that and then we'll get this started. Plug my saw in and let's get this show rolling. So here we go. I'm just going to take a little bit off, grab my push stick, and let's go. All right, so I got me a nice clean edge there. That'll go up into the fence. And so I want this 5 inches wide. So loosen my fence up, move it over 5 inches. So this piece would be 5 inches wide. So push stick, cut her to width. All right, so now I got my width. Now I just need to make sure I got my length correct. Should be 9 inches. And let's see what we got. We got 9 inches. Perfect. So there's my piece. So we'll take that. And next thing we need to do is we need to cut our slot for our piece to go through. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 3 inches over. Yes, 3 inches. Got my set of plans right here. 3 inches for the large one, 2 inches for the small one. So I'm not going to put it up against the fence. I got to use, because I'm going across the grain. So I want a stop block. So I got me a block here. And I'll measure 3 inches over. 3 inches, there it be. Bring that back here, get my miter gauge out. And we'll cut this. All right, so I push that over like that. And I'll take my stop block out. Oh. I only got to cut halfway up, so I got to lower my blade. Almost did a boo-boo. I'm going to go about halfway up through there, about right there. Hold her down tight. Now I got my slot for my wire to go through. Okay, so next thing I need to do, when you drill your hole here, the thing that you want to remember is where you put your hole. So this is going to be the top of my board. Okay, should have made it to bottom, but that's all right because I got a knot there. But this is going to be my top of my board. So I want to make sure that I put my hole in this corner over here. Because if I put it in this thing, then I've got to put my wire in here, goes in here. It's going to be a left-handed one. But if I put it over here, it's a right-handed one. Most people are right-handed, and that's how that works. So let's go over to the drill press, and we'll drill our hole. All right. So we got to mark our hole. We want to come down about 3/4 of an inch. So it's going to be right about there. And this board is 1 inch wide. So I want to drill somewhere about a 1/2 inch. Right there. Now, my drill press is too small, so I can't do it in the drill press, so I got to do it with my Manley drill. So, and it's got a little level on it, so I can keep it level. You see right there, keep that level, and I got one up here. Keep it level. So I just put I got a brad point bit, 1/4 inch. Put that there, and I'm looking right at the top, and when that's level, we'll just start drilling. All right, so it doesn't. This brad point bit is just a little bit short to go down past my mark down there where that is. So I got a longer bit that I put in. Since I already got the hole drilled, the hole will be my pilot hole, and it'll guide me down through the rest of it. So piece of tape on it, and there we be. So now we got our hole drilled. So, got our hole drilled, and this piece will go inside there. And then I got a little wire that hooks onto that, and then that's how she works. All right, so let's do a little sanding now. So, meet me at the sander, and we'll get started. All right, so now we're at the sander, and you can see this is a rough piece of wood. It's got, all the saw marks, so it's not surfaced or anything like that. So I'm just going to use my belt sander to flatten it out, smooth that out, make quick work of it, and then I'll use my palm sander, finish sanding, and then I'll take and chamfer the edges a little bit. So let's get started on it. I'll show you what I'm doing, and then we'll go from there. Here we go. I won't bore you with that, but that's what's going to happen is, excuse me, that's what's happening there. I'll continue to sand this, get this all smooth, and then I'll show you how I'm chamfering the edge. So hang tight. All right, so I got the rough sanding done on it, got it pretty well smoothed out, and I want to chamfer these edges right here. I'm just going to do the top edge, leave the bottom. Actually, I might do the bottom. I don't know. I'm going to leave the bottom flat, I think. But I'm going to chamfer it. So I got over here at my sander, and the easiest way that I found is I tip my table all the way down, and I take and just set it up there, and I count the number of passes I make. So I'll do that number. I'll do probably 4 passes, or until I get it down there. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, hopefully you can see that, chamfers that edge. Might do a little bit more, so that's 4 passes. I'll do 4 more. Yeah, 8 passes looks good. So I'll do that all the way around this outer edge, and then we'll do some hand sanding, and then we'll put some finish on it. So hold on. All right, welcome back. I got my chamfered all the way around the outer edge, and I'm over at my workbench. Now I'm going to do some hand sanding, and we'll go from there. So don't forget to wear your dust mask and your earplugs when you're sanding like this, and we'll go from there. So here we go. I'm going to do a little hand sanding on this. So that's just 120, and it looks pretty good. One of the tricks that I always found was you wipe it off with your hand, and then you hold it up to the light and look at it. So I look at it, and you'll see scratches in it. And I got a couple scratches right in here that I need to take out. Other than that, we'll get started. So anyway, I'll continue to do a little sanding on this, and then we'll be right back to look at doing some finishing on it. All right, well, welcome back. I just finished up sanding, so that looks pretty good. So the next thing we got to do is we got to put our name on the back of it. So I got my burner heating up, so let's go do that. And while I'm finish heating up, I'm going to get the finish that I'm going to put on it, get my pieces out, and we'll put it together. All right, so our heater's not quite completely heated up, so we're going to go ahead and put our feet on. At least mark the feet and drill the holes for that. So I'm going to go 3/4 of an inch end and 3/4 of an inch end all the way around. All right, and I got me a 30-second drill bit. I'll drill me a hole right there. I don't want to go clear through. I'll go deep enough. All right, so we got our holes drilled for that. Now I need to do a little sand and clean off my pencil marks real quick. Get that done. And let's go over and burn our name into the piece, and we'll be right back. And all right, here we are. We're going to burn our name into this. So here's our board. Got my iron, and I'm just going to put my name right in there like so. So I just hold it on there for about 30-40 seconds. So again, feel free to share, subscribe, like, comment below, and tell me what you think of this, and let me know what your thoughts are. Did you enjoy this video? Was it too cheesy? No pun intended. But I enjoy making these cheese boards. They're a great little gift. I'll have this one and amongst other ones at my upcoming festivals. So feel free to come out and see me, and there it be. Nice, and got my name burned in there. So as you can tell, not bad. All right, let's go over to the thing and we'll put it. So what we got here is some coconut oil. I always finish mine with coconut oil. I tend to use that because it's a food safe finish. It's actually coconut oil. Goes on pretty good. It's easy on the hands, easy, and I just put a little bit on there. And as you can see, just kind of rub it in good. And I think it does an excellent job of finishing. Makes for a good food safe finish, you know. Easy for the customer to touch it up, finish it. You know, after a while you get a little fuzzies on it. It's an easy finish for a customer to do. So I enjoy doing the coconut oil. I do a lot of projects with coconut oil because I think it's a great finish. I don't know. Other people might disagree, but you know, hey, you know, they look at it and say, well, I think a Ford's a better car or truck or whatever, and some people will disagree with you there. So everybody's got their own opinions. So I think it does a great job on the finish, but that's just me, as you can tell. So I'm just rubbing it in. So all right. And I'm coming up with some new ideas, and I would like other people to share their thoughts, ideas on what they would like to see me work on in shop. Enjoying it. So yeah, did a pretty good job of sanding. I don't really see any marks in there whatsoever. And this is a quick, easy finish. It'll dry easy, nice and smooth, easy to apply. And just rub it in good. Look at that. Looks pretty good, I think. So, all right, with that being said, enough of the finish. Let's put some feet on it. Get the feet on it. So I got these little feet here. Just little rubber feet, goes in the bottom. Got my holes drilled from when I had them before. So we just put our feet in. Easy as a piece of pie. Last one. All right, so putting this together, what we got to do, we got to fish this through there. Now the bottom of it has a little hole in it like that. You got to save that one for the other side. So you put your long end in here, and you take this, and it's got a round piece on that. Stick that down in the hole, and catch your piece there. And then you stick this end in, and then you just kind of twist. Oh, I know one thing I was going to do. I'll show you. This is a trick that I've learned to do that helps. Take a pair of pliers. If you look, there's a little tip sticking out right there. I don't know if you can see that right there. I take a pair of pliers, and I always bend that down. And I just squeeze it and rotate my pliers around there. And that smooths that out. That helps the thing work better. Do the same thing on the other end. There, just like that. Now let's put it back together. So I put my, make sure I get the right end in. Yep. Long end goes in. Put my wire down in the slot on my thing and see how that's going through there. Stick this in there. And you just flip this around like that. Take your little screw and you put that right in there. And that's what holds the wire in place. There. And there's our cheese board. Pretty nifty little project. You know, it's got a nice, good finish on it. Smooth, feels good. Stick your cheese on there and slice away. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is a easy, quick, simple video. I enjoyed it. I enjoy making these. You know, I'll have these at my craft shows and stuff. So come out and see me. It's just they're a fun project to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share, subscribe, like, you know, leave some comments below, and let's get this channel to grow. Send me a comment on something that maybe I haven't done yet and you would like to see me do. I'm looking for ideas. Something, you know, I got some in the back of my head that I'm working on, but I'd like to hear from everybody else. Thanks again. Enjoy yourself. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.